Hi everyone, it's Hannah here from Blue Ferret Boarding, and it's now April. Who knew? And no fooling, it really is. And this month we're talking about breeding and adoption. So let's go right in. Okay, so breeding versus adoption, the pros and cons. We're going to delve deeper into this in the following weeks, but essentially it's what it says on the tin, which is a bit of a classic phrase of mine, I know, but if you buy from a breeder, you are buying a ferret that has been bred. I know that's obvious, but my point is that depending on if you're buying from a reputable breeder or a backyard breeder, there's going to be differences and there's going to be issues regarding the ferrets that you get. If you get them from a rescue, however, you know that if it's a reputable rescue, you are going to get a ferret that's been handled, that's been vaccinated, been prepared, as it were, ready, socialized, ready for you. And so if you are a first-time ferret owner, a rescue will only give you a ferret that it knows is bomb-proof and that ferret will work for you and be a good first ferret pet, which is very important. Responsible breeders will do the same, but sadly that's not always the case and not all breeders are responsible. If you're buying from a breeder, that's where you're more likely to get specific strains, specific types of ferrets. So if you are wanting, to have a ferret that matches your outfit, then going to a breeder might be the better place, because you can say, I want a light poly mitt or whatever it happens to be. And certainly Angora, if you're wanting an Angora ferret, you are going to have to go to the breeders, although there are a few in rescue, but on the whole it's the breeders who are breeding Angora ferrets. So it is a type of horses for courses in a way. However, what I'd like to say is, and we're going to, as I say, in the next few weeks we're going to look at this in more detail, but there are reputable breeders and there are backyard breeders and there are backyard breeders and backyard breeders as well. So if you are going to go to a breeder, please make sure that they're reputable. Make sure that the ferret that you're getting from them has been handled, that they are telling you information. And to be honest, if it is your first ferret, I would truly, I would say go to a rescue to make sure that they're giving you the right ferret, unless you have a good relationship with the breeder and know that they're going to give you a ferret that's suitable for your needs. So going back to fostered ferrets then, fostered ferrets are literally when people, volunteers, possibly like ourselves, although we used to foster but we failed at it, I'll come to that in a minute, but fostering is when the rescue will literally give out the ferrets to volunteers who will take on those ferrets, look after them, and in many cases work with them to socialize them. So some fosterers are very good at dealing with bitey ferrets, and that is their speciality. And what they will literally do is take on bitey ferrets and they will work with them with a lot of patience, a lot of care and a lot of handling, and make them into non-bitey, not scared, completely adjusted balls of fluff like this one. These guys came to us as fosters and they're just so lovely, we just couldn't give them back, and that's essentially a failed foster. But there are all those ferrets that are with foster parents or parents right now, working with them, feeding them up, giving them that extra bit of care and attention that perhaps the person running the rescue can't give to individual ferrets when they have so many ferrets in that they're working with and dealing with. So let's dive a little bit more into the breeding aspect of it, because I've talked a bit more about the rescues, but I want to talk now about breeders and the difference between them. That will be next week.